But I want to go to Milwaukee right now, where they are preparing for the Republican National Convention this coming week. Vaughn Hilliard is there. And Vaughn, I understand we're getting some word from the RNC about going forward.
Right, Lester. A great many of the delegates are already here in Milwaukee. Of course, the expectation was that elected officials, of course, the former president and presumptive Republican nominee himself would be making their way to town here in Milwaukee for the week-long convention. The new statement here from the RNC, I want to read it directly to you. Quote, as was communicated earlier this evening, President Trump is doing well and grateful to law enforcement and first responders for their fast action. President Trump looks forward to joining you all in Milwaukee as we proceed with our convention to nominate to serve as the 47th President of the United States. As our party's nominee, President Trump will continue to share his vision to make America great again. Sincerely, Donald J. Trump for President 2024. Senior advisors Susie Wiles and Chris LaCivita. Lester, I just talked to two of the delegates here at the convention that are already in town. Reince Priebus, who folks will recall was the former RNC chairman. He is playing host here in his hometown of Milwaukee for this convention. There is a reception this evening for the delegates, the thousands of delegates coming here to Wisconsin. That reception this evening has been canceled. There are formal meetings for the Republican convention ahead of the formal festivities during the week. Those are still on tap to take place tomorrow, before Monday night's primetime addresses begin. Of course, Donald Trump himself is slated to take the stage here at this arena on Thursday night. His vice presidential running mate is slated to take the stage on Wednesday night. Of course, we do not know who this individual is at that time. One of the delegates I talked to here this evening, Lester, told me that he expects the energy to only increase with today's events in the apparent assassination attempt of the presumptive Republican nominee, with less than 120 days until the general election. That delegate suggesting to me that the TV ratings for that Thursday night primetime speech that will happen 10, 11 p.m. Eastern time will be high. This, for this Republican Party, Lester, Donald Trump was somebody who ran through the Republican primary process and handily won to get to this point here. He has had these rallies around the country 9 years running now, and here today in Pennsylvania, less than 48 hours before we expected him to arrive alongside his wife Melania and his sons Eric and Don Jr., as well as a daughter Ivanka, and expected a Barron as well, before the family were to arrive here less than 48 hours. This convention will move forward, we're told, though, in its anticipated events as they were previously planned. Lester.